Show no mercy.
I want that. Oh! Oh!
Okay. Well, ain't gonna be on the ballot in this one. The Eagles are officially done for the 2022-2023 season. Got our asses beat in the wild card Monday night, prime time, 32-9. A lot of shit's been going on for the past, I'd say, I would say the past half week. We will have a discussion about that too. Today's Thursday. It's a good thing that we're filming on Thursday because a lot of things have transpired that I definitely need to talk about. I've heard a lot of people talk same bullshit. Some of you are optimistic to a fault. And what I mean by that is, anytime you see people talking real shit or saying shit that's actually true, you're not a real Eagles fan. You're not this. You a fake fan. You're a pessimistic. You a glass half empty guy. You know, all this bullshit y'all talk about. Trying to stop people from telling the truth about this fucking team. That this team, in a matter of 7 weeks, became the worst team in the fucking NFL. With the playoff berth that we didn't deserve. And it looks like next season, we're going to be getting the same shit. I don't want to go that far. Before we get started with today's video, as always, like, comment, subscribe. I'll be kicking nobody's asses because the Eagles be getting their asses kicked, and I think that's good enough for all of us. All my social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, it's at I am Bruce Leroy. Heard a lot of y'all made some awful ass takes about certain players. Awful ass takes. And I'm talking about, it wasn't just one person making this, it was every fucking body making these awful ass takes. And I'm sitting there watching, just gritting my teeth saying, wait till I get into this in front of this motherfucking camera lens, so I can tell the truth about what actually transpired on Monday night. Because a lot of y'all, former professional athletes, even some of the content creators, y'all are spewing a lot of bullshit that is unfair. And it's just simply not true. But you would take these people's word for it because it's pretty much everybody saying the same thing. But it's really untrue. A lot of it is based off of emotion. It's emotion. No logical thinking, just emotion. We're going to talk about all of that today. Before we get started talking about this dog shit of a football club, I mean, let me tell you something right now. This team got me so fucking stressed out. I had a situation where I was at work where there was, I didn't get reprimanded because I didn't even do shit wrong, but it was some bullshit. And I kept thinking to myself, am I really mad about that? Because, what they told me was like some little shit. Am I really mad about that? Or am I really mad about the Eagles just are content with this mediocre, garbage-ass bullshit that we've been seeing for the last 7 weeks? And the truth of the matter is, it's really the latter. I've invested a grand total of 7 weeks. Every football game roundabout, if you want to include the commercials, give or take, is about 3 hours. So 3 times 7 is 21 hours. Y'all do the math, right? So this 21 hours, about approximately 3 hours short of a full day that I cannot get back watching this garbage-ass football team take the field. And it turns out, I don't want to go too far ahead, but it turns out that moving forward, there's going to be we're going to be seeing the same shit next year. And I'm going to explain why in a few minutes. Let's get into these other wild card games. First off, congratulations to C.J. Stroud in Houston, Texas. I'm very, very happy that they won their playoff game. I'm actually even surprised that the Cleveland Browns actually made the playoffs, considering the fact they didn't have Nick Chubb. But I forgot Kareem Hunt is actually pretty damn good too. Flacco didn't have his best game, and C.J. Stroud was whooping ass. And I don't know who that Jordan guy is that playing tight end, but I'm gonna tell you something right now. He needs to start. Like breaking tackles, straight speed. I mean, he was burning motherfuckers like he was a wide receiver. I forgot this man was a tight end. Man was doing some Vernon Davis timing right there. So shout out to the Texans, man. I'm happy for them. They're gonna get Baltimore. It really fucking sucks how the best games. Don't get me wrong. I love the Bills and the Chiefs, and it's gonna be the Bucks and the Lions gonna be interesting. Those aren't gonna be bad games, but they put the best fucking games on Saturday when I work. Ain't this about a bitch? But you know what? It is what it is. Fuck it. If I can tape the games, I'll tape them. If I can't tape them and watch them, then I'll just take the L and watch the game highlights. But congratulations to the Houston Texans for winning their playoff game. Really, Houston don't have to do shit moving forward. They pretty much had their Super Bowl. When I mean that Super Bowl is because like they've exceeded expectations coming to this year. And C.J. Stroud proved that he is a worthy MVP candidate. They're not going to give it to them because Lamar got more conversation. But yeah, C.J. Stroud, man, he the real deal. And the league's going to be in good hands, especially with him being the starting quarterback for the Houston Texans. Okay, and Christian Walker, I believe, had a really good game, too, on the defensive side of the ball. So shout out to D'Amico Ryan for the job. He's doing just amazing. I also want to give congratulations to the Green Bay motherfucking Packers, who are owners of two teams, Chicago Bears and the Dallas motherfucking Cowgirls. Jordan Love. I said on this channel that you were trash. I didn't think he was going to be anything because I didn't like how the games that you did step in for Rodgers earlier. But I was wrong. This Packers team is going to be in good hands. Now, it depends on what the GM does because the GM didn't really do shit with Aaron Rodgers because really nobody wants to play in Lambeau in January, okay? So depending on what this team does as far as the drafting and whatever the case may be, and it's going to be a little bit hard now because they've advanced pretty far in the playoffs. Depending on the draft, what they do with their assets, because I don't think a free agent is going to come to Green Bay, like I said before. This team is going to be really, really good. And Matt LaFleur he's a hell of a coach, for sure. And that defense, ever since Matt LaFleur has taken over, they've been pretty damn good. You know what I'm saying? Preston Smith, that Clark guy, Jair Alexander's elite, Savage. So let's talk about the downfall of the Cowgirls and how that went. First and foremost, I want to set the record straight. I don't want to hear a single motherfucking soul talk about A.J. Brown ever again. Because let me tell you something right now. This is the truth. A.J. Brown gets upset. He's still going to play for the team. Whatever it may be, targets, whatever the case he be frustrated about, he's still going to play for the team. Hence why he's the captain. He's still going to play. He's still going to block. Goddamn CeeDee Lamb get upset about maybe targets, involvement, how the offense is going, they're not running good routes, whatever the case may be. The nigga just gave up. And as laughable as Dak Prescott is for throwing a pick six off of, literally CeeDee Lamb's being just outright covered, literally Dak threw that ball on purpose to try to calm him down. Because this nigga literally was just like, fuck it. Soon as he didn't get his way, he was like, fuck it. I'm giving up on this team. He wasn't even running his routes as hard anymore. He completely fucking threw in the towel. So Dak tried to make his wide receiver happy. His wide receiver wasn't happy. Tried to force the ball in there and cause a turnover. CD completely gave up on the fucking team once he got an attitude. And even RDC made a skit that I felt like was pretty fucking accurate as far as the demeanor of CeeDee Lamb. So don't talk shit about A.J. Brown no more. I don't want to hear that shit. CeeDee Lamb has showed us that when he's frustrated or he's upset about something regarding the team, he's not going to play the same. He is going to literally give up on his team and not make efforts. Right? Brandon Cooks wasn't catching the ball much. Gallup was in and out. You know what I mean? Ferguson, a little quiet. Dak did throw 2 interceptions, which is fucking laughable. You know what? And listen, like I said before, I didn't go into it, but like, I gotta apologize to Jordan Love. Jordan Love can fucking play, man. He can play. The league's gonna be in good hands, man, because we got Stroud doing his thing, and we got Jordan Love, who actually, for the most part, he's played pretty damn good this season, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I wish I should have said this in the last video. I don't know why I didn't. We can call my brother and ask him at any point in time. If he remembers this, I don't fucking know. But I told my brother this. I said, yes, in Arlington. But if you think that they're going to just run over the fucking Packers, if you think that it's not a possibility they're going to lose to the Packers, you're outside of your fucking mind. Jordan Love had a $500,000 incentive to win this fucking football game. $500,000 incentive. You think he ain't going to try to capitalize on that? You think there's not going to be a little bit more extra motivation to start to play well? Aaron Jones. Arguably one of the top 5 of the most underrated players in this fucking league. And the reason why, because they got overshadowed by Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Jones can catch up the backfield, and he's a pretty damn good runner. He was running his ass off against that Dallas team. Okay? Romeo Doubs, pretty damn good player, stepping up to be probably the most talked about player, wide receiver on that football team. Pretty damn good. Christian Watson showed what he could do last year, and he's somewhat picking up for where he left off. Not get as much attention as Romeo Doubs per se, but he's picking up where he left off. Okay? So, Romeo Doubs, Jordan Love playing the way he's playing, plus the $500,000 incentive, and Aaron Jones being back as your starting running back because he was injured for, I think, the better part of the season. I knew this was a perfect storm. And the defense. The defense. I knew the defense was going to step up. I didn't know he was going to play that fucking good. And that's what everybody's going to say. You look at the box score. I think they had like 56 or 32 or something like that. It was closer than it looks. No. They pulled their starters out. They pulled their starters out. That's why they was able to get the points they did. And also, Jair Alexander is dealing with an ankle injury. So, we'll see if that's going to factor into this 49er game because I don't see how the Packers are going to win the 49ers game just because the 49ers just have too many pieces right now. They're rolling on all cylinders. They have the momentum, and right now, it's too many players to overcome. I'm not going to say I think Green Bay's going to keep it close about the first, maybe second-ish quarter, but I think the 49ers are going to pull away with the game. They got too many players right now, and they're playing motivated football. So I'm not going to I don't think Green Bay's going to win this game against Green Bay. Sorry, stupid ass. I don't think Green Bay's going to win against the 49ers. Okay? So shout out to Green Bay. Thank you so much for sending the Cowgirls home. And everybody was turning on Michael Parsons saying he didn't really play good. You only got one pressure, this and the third. Man, that's going to happen. When your whole team plays bad, and then Stephon Gilmore got caught lacking too. So, all in all, there's been a conversation about Jerry Jones, about his ego, about taking over the team. Here's a reality situation, right? There's nothing you can do, but you're not going to have him sell the team. Why? Because the Cowboys are arguably, if not the most valuable franchise in sports, in North American sports, somewhere in the top 3 or 5-ish category. They're a top 5 valuable franchise in North American sports. Okay, probably in the world, arguably. So he's not selling. They're not getting him to sell the team. Literally, this was problems back when Troy Aikman was playing. Jimmy Johnson was a great coach. He fired him, put in Barry Switzer. Ruined their dynasty championships. Really similar to what Jerry Krause did, firing Phil Jackson when the team was on a run. Ego got in the way. He wanted to be the star of the show, right? He didn't like how, Phil Jackson wasn't defending him with Michael Jordan. And again, ego. I can't just sit back, collect the bread, do my job, and shut the fuck up. I gotta be the center of attention. I gotta get more attention than the fucking players. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I said this sometime in 2021. I said that Mike McCarthy was hired by Jerry Jones to stay out of Jerry Jones' way. The excuse behind that is, oh, he's a Super Bowl champion. Oh, he worked with Aaron Rodgers. But Aaron Rodgers was clearly, there was button heads because Aaron Rodgers didn't like the old-fashioned play calling. And Aaron Rodgers was, from what I've heard, was defying Mike McCarthy's play calling. He was changing shit at the line of scrimmage, audibling, and, doing what the fuck he wanted to do. He wasn't even listening to the coach anymore. Speaking of quarterbacks not listening to their coaches anymore, or somewhere along those lines, we'll talk about that later on. But yeah, so long story short, Dallas is going to retain Mike McCarthy, which I thought he had some pretty good games this season, but yeah, I mean their problem isn't going away anytime soon, which is good for Dallas. I mean it's good for us as Eagles fans. I mean shit, as long as Dallas is going to stay, because the cycle continues. You know what I'm saying? Bills beat the Steelers as I expected. Pittsburgh did put up a pretty good fight. Mason Rudolph actually was playing pretty good. So I expected that to happen, but, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah, we need to get to this game. Got a lot to talk about. So, Sidney Brown, if I didn't mention before, got an ACL injury. Reed Blankenship was dealing with an injury on his own. I don't remember what that was. So, they decided to move Vontae Maddox to safety, and he was fucking garbage. Garbage. Trash. Whatever the fuck trash is in other languages are all the above. Stink, a dumpster. Like, I don't know what the fuck you want me to say. Like, dumpster juice. Like, he was horrible. Okay? So, Vontae Maddox took over Blankenship at safety. And then we had Kevin Byard. Oh, my fucking gosh. That was one of the most shittiest acquirings in Eagles franchise history. This nigga was mid all motherfucking year. Mid, I'm talking about regular. There wasn't a game where he was like dominant, and that pissed me off about the fucking Charleston Gardner-Johnson switch, which I don't think we're even getting him back, even though he only got a 1 year. I think he might resign with Detroit. That pissed me even more off because this nigga didn't do shit all year. He did nothing. Just really did, what the fuck did Kevin Byard do? Okay, he had a good game against the Chiefs. It wasn't a fucking dominant one. He wasn't contending for AFC Player of the fucking Week. Not once game I was sat up there and looked at it and said, oh my God, this nigga legit. He fucking sucks. Kevin Byard didn't do shit all year. He was fucking mid. He didn't do shit all year. Fucking mid. Me, mid, and mode. He's fucking mid, bro. Mid. They didn't do shit all year. And damn sure didn't do shit again in the playoffs either. Didn't do a fucking thing. Nothing. 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 And that Chiefs game that he had, I guess you consider his best game, it wasn't even that great. It was okay. It was good job. Pat on the back, you move the fuck on. It wasn't like, oh my God, he whooped ass this game. It was like, okay, he did good. Okay. But that fucking pissed me off, man. Like shit, man. I can't even. This thing got me stressing the fuck out. So yeah, that happens. AJ Brown is out with a knee. He did not go to the game. He chose to go to a boxing match. People got upset about that. I'm not upset at AJ Brown for doing that. Sometimes when you're frustrated and you just like, you had enough of shit, you don't want to go crazy or do some bad shit that you regret later or say something out the way. So you're like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to enjoy myself. Okay? And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how I'm going to follow AJ Brown. I'm going to follow suit with AJ Brown. Just not watching the boxing game, obviously, but just how I'm going to do moving forward with this fucking dumpster fire of an organization. I'm going to tell y'all later on. I don't want to move too fast. Either way, AJ Brown was out with a knee injury. It wasn't a hip drop tackle, but I guess the injury it was painful enough where he couldn't play. Okay. Going into this game, everybody knows Jalen Hurts dislocated his middle finger. During the pregame warm-ups, he's playing with a glove. He takes the gloves off because he's never played with a glove before, and he just goes out there. Okay. So, okay, I want to address something really, really quickly. I want to make this quick. I think I mentioned before. I want to mention this again. Some of you content creators get on my fucking nerves. I'm not going to name names. I want to name names so bad because I'm going to go fucking sad. I'm going to, big academics, you know how he crashes out. I'm crashing out. I don't give a fuck who I offend, who I don't offend. Remember the last video I said I'm going to be a little bit nicer and not go in as much on people and not curse people out like that. I'm cursing anybody, whoever the fuck I want to say. I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say because at the end of the day, for 21 motherfucking hours, they have wasted my time. And they continue to have wasted my time hereafter by setting a bad precedent going into this next year. So I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say. Because I heard y'all fucking takes. Majority of it is dog shit. And a lot of these former players, these mainstream media, they just want to go viral for something. Jeff McClain saying the same shit. I mean, I'm thinking, is there a fucking echo in the room? Is the goddamn is a vinyl record skipping? Cause this motherfucker, did somebody leave the goddamn CDs in the car in the middle of the winter? Cause why the fuck is Jeff McClain saying the same shit about Jalen Hurts as we didn't hear before? He needs to be more of a vocal leader. He keeps to himself too much. Motherfucker, if we didn't give a shit about the first time you reported, why the fuck would we give a shit about the second time you reported it? Jeff McClain's a bitch. You little ugly ass fucking Woody, there's a snake in my boot, ugly ass fucking bitch. You Locos Tacos nose ass hoe. You a goofy. Fucking fake ass Ken doll looking motherfucker like you, Jerry Maguire, like show me the money looking ass thing. I swear, let me tell you something right now. Somebody on this team did us a favor by cursing him the fuck out and calling him a clown. We'll talk about that later on, because I want to jump ahead. So Hurts coming in, give a little bit too much information about the finger. I wouldn't have said shit. Because if somebody else is going to tackle that middle finger, because he's saying, oh, it's painful, it's a day-to-day thing, it's been bothering you the whole time. As a defender, I'm going to think, you know what? I need to take him out the game. I'm going after his middle finger. When I sack him, I'm going to pull his shit. What the refs going to do about it? They're not going to be able to see it. Right? So, as a defender, that's what I'm going to be thinking. It's dirty, I know, but knocking him out the game. So, obviously, I don't want that jab to Jalen Hurts in real life, but I'm saying if I was a defender, that's what I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to attack that finger because I'm taking him out the game. Make him play with Marcus Mariota Odom. Quez Watkins got a text message, and Gilly showed up, you know, $1 million worth of game. Gilly the kid. Not a kid no more, obviously, but I'm just going to call him Gilly out of respect. So Gilly came in, talked to Morrow, talked to the teammates. You know, Bradbury said he's going to play better. Went to Anthony Morrow. Is that his guy's name? Nicholas Morrow, not Anthony, I'm stupid. Nicholas Morrow, and he was able to get inside the locker room. I'm going to tell you something right now. They look about videos, and some clips get, you know, hopefully I get famous off of what this music shit or whatever the case may be, because they're going to put my old videos. And I'm telling you right now, they're going to do me like they're doing fucking, what you call it, Seth Joyner. And I'm going to talk about Seth Joyner a little bit later on. They're not going to let me in that fucking locker room. Because they know. They're going to know. I don't just speak as a fan. And I don't give a fuck about nobody's feelings, emotions. I call shit the way I see it. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. If you garbage, you're garbage. Okay? Period. So, real quickly, the content creators. You motherfuckers is soft as shit. Soft as cotton. I mean, fucking, like, nigga, the inside of a pillow got more roughness than some of y'all. Y'all niggas is soft as fuck. Hey, you guys are pessimistic. Even though we literally became, in a matter of 6 weeks before this upcoming wild card, became the worst team in the NFL. Guys are overreacting to about fire Nick Sirianni and all this. Let me tell you something right now. You can feel however you want to feel. You're entitled to that. But if you want to sit up there and live in a fantasy land and live in Never Never Land, and imagine Michael Jackson giving you a tour of the home, that's your motherfucking problem. I live in real life. And real life is showing me that this team does not give a fuck about winning games. They'll give up Rocky Balboa speeches, it ain't how hard you get hit, it's how hard you get hit, and when you get up. I'm tired of hearing this shit. If y'all niggas like hearing that shit, if y'all niggas hear reports of the locker room is really high right now in spirits, and, you know, we're going to really make changes. If y'all like hearing that and being lied to, that's y'all fucking problem. I know myself. I see things for who they are. Even fucking as Seth Joyner is more pessimistic than I am, and he cracked a little bit. He was like, you know what? I got a good feeling about this team. And then in my mind, I'm like, I'm on social media the whole time. I hope they lose. I want the season over with. The whole time. You want to know why? Because I fucking knew it was going to happen already. I knew it. I want to talk about our first possession real quick because that's the thing that's coming to my head right now. So, yeah. So, first possession, we got a good game plan, right? So, Quez get a text, real quick because I almost forgot. Quez get a text from Jalen Hurts basically saying, be ready. So, I've been ready. So, I'm like, okay. Hopefully, he steps up. So, we'll talk about Quez Watkins a little bit, like briefly, a little bit later on. So, first possession coming out, we're doing a really good job. 3 plays in a row we run. And they're productive runs. They're actually runs that either get first downs or they're, you know, we're kind of in a way moving the chains with the run. And all of a sudden, from then on, we just abandon it. Abandon it. And what I noticed throughout these offensive drives is every time there's a 3rd and 2, instead of running the fucking football or trying to do a quick pass, they go in the fucking empty formation out the shotgun. Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? They go out the empty formation out the shotgun on a 3rd and fucking 2. Why? And then you got Todd Bowles, who's known for blitzing. Okay, he's known for blitzing. So the idea is, let me get a quick out. Let me get something quick. If there's a free rusher, that means the rusher that's rushing is leaving somebody open. Let me go construct something so he can go get a quick out. Okay? None of that took place. None of that took place. None of it took place. Okay? What fucking Sirianni decides to do is do verticals against the blitz.
Are you stupid?
Yes.
Route combinations? The route combinations were some of the fucking most moronic shit I've ever seen in my life. I mean, how the fuck do you run a route that's literally going right into coverage? Case in point, everybody's gonna get mad. Dallas Goedert dropped the ball. Antoine Winfield was right on his fucking back. It wouldn't even be guaranteed he would be able to pull it in. And that play wasn't going anywhere. He was on his fucking back. I mean, if you look at the routes, the middle of the field, it was just it was nothing there. Like no drag routes, nothing quick, no flats, no smoke, like nothing. Just bullshit over and over again. How the fuck on 3rd and 2 you don't try to run the football with Swift? I don't get it. But you run a shotgun formation? And literally, I swear to God, people were saying stupid shit. Like, I heard some people in mainstream media, they weren't running effective. I heard fucking Peyton Manning and fucking giraffe neck ass. Oh, they weren't running the football. What the fuck are you talking about? What are y'all saying? You can't say something doesn't work if we're not even trying to do it. And then when we try to do it, I don't know, the 2nd and 3rd quarter, it had some effectiveness, but not really, because we killed the momentum. He got going, and then we stopped. And we started doing stupid fucking plays. Doing verticals. And then I hated the way, hopefully Julio Jones is going to come out all right. Goddard got injured later on. Hopefully both of those guys going to be okay. I don't understand why you keep running plays with Julio Jones like he's in his prime. You can't do that to that man. You got to give him easy routes. Because, case in point, he got a concussion. All he had to do was get hit hard one time, and that was it. That's all it took was one hit. Because you keep using him like he's in Atlanta. That's not the same. It's not the same guy no more. This is a guy that's, he got some tread on him. You know, he got some mileage. His body not the same, and he's very much injury prone. Hence why nobody really decided to take a chance on him. Is he very good? Yeah. Can he be productive? Of course he can. But the whole person being here is like, yo, if we need an easy completion, I mean something like maybe 10 yards, whatever, maybe 15, if that, but not really. We can go hit him real quick. It's not for him to go take big ass hits down the field. That's not what he's here for. It's not. Unless he burns somebody down deep and he go on a vertical and throwing the ball. But his job is not to fucking act like what Devontae Smith or what A.J. Brown's here for, which is to, go do those complex routes. That's not what he's here for. He's not our primary receiver. Okay? So basically, all he was playing with really was Devontae Smith and Goddard. And by the way, shout out Seth Joyner for defending Dallas Goedert. Because everybody was saying, oh, Goddard played like shit and this, that, and the third. And Seth Joyner was like, hold on. He did what he could. We're not even running. He's not even given opportunities for the same kind of routes. Or the routes that he's supposed to be running. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I remember back in the Carson Wentz days when we had Zach Ertz, there would be a lot of seam passes, a lot of seam routes. We don't do that with Dallas Goedert. And Seth Joyner confirmed what the fuck I was thinking. I don't know if I said it on the channel. I probably should have. I'm like, yeah, he's fucking right. And then he was like, yo, what are you talking to this Mike Mussolini guy, this fucking goofy ass little fucking Nick Saban cousin looking ass nigga. So he told him, he like, yo, what are you talking about? They're not even running the route combinations for the receivers were horrible. Okay? I thought Quez played okay. You know what I'm saying? The opportunities that were given to him, he capitalized on them. Can't get mad at it. Was it a spectacular performance? No. But the opportunities that were given to him, he took advantage. Okay? So you can't get mad at it. I know Gilly was like, yo, he's not the guy. Like, he got a sample size that we were given, opportunities that were given to him, he took advantage of it for the most part. Okay? Period. So yeah, man, like, I mean, this offense was fucking atrocious. Like, I don't understand how the fuck, even Jordan Mailata was yelling at this nigga like, yo, run the fucking ball. And then Goddard and Jalen Hurts got into a little skirmish, and Goddard probably was cursing this nigga out. It happens, you know, frustration setting in, everybody's tired of this shit. So here's what I need. So first I want to read off his stats real quick, Jalen Hurts. So Jalen Hurts, get the wrong fucking notes. Hurts was 25 for 35, 250 yards and a touchdown. Now, granted, I would like to have a discussion about something, okay? This is the truth. Jalen Hurts, I hear a lot of y'all criticizing him. I hear Shannon Sharp keep criticizing him. You know, it doesn't matter about whatever, you got to get done in the playoffs. I hear Emmanuel Acho doing the same shit. Matter of fact, everybody was saying Hurts didn't play well. I'm going to read you his stats one more time. This is without A.J. Brown, by the way. It's without A.J. Brown and without a number 2 that's even half as good as Devontae Smith. Julio's good, not the same player. Watkins, you know, it's just not going to work out. Zacchaeus, no fucking Zacchaeus. No, where's Zacchaeus? No Jack Stahl involvement. No Calcaterra involvement. What about the Albert O guy that you just brought on the team? No involvement from him. Where's he at? Where the fuck's he at? So, a lot of y'all was talking shit about Hurts. He ain't throwing an interception. The safety, and I'm going to admit, the TV messed up while I was trying to see that play. So I didn't see exactly what happened. But I'll give y'all the benefit of the doubt and say, okay, it was his fault why he took the safety. Okay. Did he miss open guys at times? Yeah. But y'all are acting like he played like shit. And there was, literally, listen, nobody's more critical of, no Eagles fans more critical of Jalen Hurts than myself. There's been games like the Rams game, the first Buccaneers beating, when I said, like, yo, what the fuck are y'all talking about? He's not playing good at all. This Minnesota game, he's not playing good at all. But y'all saying he actually did a good job. No, the fuck he did not. No, he did not. No. This Giants game, the first meeting, he didn't play well. Right? So this makes two games where y'all say he played well, and he clearly did that because he was missing wide open guys, bled out the pocket too early. He wasn't playing well. Okay? So that's the reality of the situation. So even when his stats look good and y'all say, well, he played good, he did not. And I've had countless situations. I named a few games where y'all say he did good, he did. So none of y'all are more critical on Jalen Hurts than I am. None of y'all. But here's the real situation. The fucking route combinations were so bad. You had a former rival coach who really isn't that better than Sirianni, Jay Gruden, talk about he would never do any of his quarterbacks like that. He would never put his quarterbacks in the same position as Hurts was put in. A fucking former rival retired coach, really fired, but he's retired. Said, I'll never. And they started a beef between him and R2 because R2 was like, hold on, wait a second. You didn't do this shit when I was playing. Now, I'm going to side with RG3 on that one because Jay Gruden just wasn't a good coach. Without Alex Smith, with any quarterbacks he had, he just wasn't good, period. And there's a reason why he hasn't got a coordinator call or whatever the case may be. Gruden was not a good coach. And listen, if the name has Gruden as a last name, don't hire him as a coach. Don't put him in your coaching staff. Maybe put him as like the fucking equipment manager or water boy or some shit. Don't make him a head coach. The last name Gruden, like, if the last name Curry, last name Miller, they shoot threes. Alright? But if the last name is goddamn motherfucking, what you call it? Gruden? No. Shanahan, make them head coaches. They all know how to call plays good. Okay? But you got me and if it's the last name Sanders, they better be playing football. Bottom line is this, outside of the little whack-ass jokes I was made, the half-ass jokes I made. How the fuck can you critique somebody who literally had a pretty good passer rating, over 60% of his passes, in the worst imaginable fucking offense possible. How the fuck can you do that? Even Seth Joyner and Dan Orlovsky, and Orlovsky's the Eagles fan, so he's gonna just say shit just for the fuck. He always gonna give us the benefit of the doubt. But those two were right on. Both of those guys say what the fuck it was. And all they say, well, he didn't play good. Yes, overall, did he have regress here? Yeah, but to say that he was supposed to, what the fuck was he supposed to do that game? You wanted to pull a rabbit out of his ass? Like, what? Pause. What the fuck do you want him to do that game? There's nothing he can do. There was really nobody open. All of the routes were either verticals against the fucking blitz. If the blitz is coming at me and it's a free rusher, there's a 6 rusher that's 9 times out of 10 a DB. They're blitzing out of a dime formation. I was a nickel or a dime, whatever case it be. But there's a 6 rusher coming at me, and most likely it's a DB. And after waiting for the routes to develop, there's nobody fucking open. What do you want him to do? You want him to throw the ball to the fucking refs? What do you want him to do? He didn't throw an interception. He completed over 60% of his passes. He threw for 250 yards despite not having A.J. Brown. If you ask me, he played a damn pretty fucking good game, if you ask me. So it pisses me off because it's like, yo, listen, none of you going to hold Jalen Hurts accountable more than I am as a content creator. But at least know what the fuck you're talking about. Ain't even little Sean McCoy supposed to be on our side. I'm going to keep it real with you. I ain't going to hold no punches. I love Sean McCoy as a running back. One of my favorite running backs ever. Top 5 and on my list. One of my favorite. I love watching LaShawn McCoy. I wasn't an Eagles fan back then until like 2016. But I loved watching LaShawn McCoy play. He was one of my favorite running backs growing up. I love what he did in Philadelphia. I love what he did in Buffalo. As an analyst, he fucking sucks. Hall of Fame running back. Very underrated for the time period that you were playing. As an analyst, he fucking sucks. He talks like he doesn't belong there. He doesn't belong being an analyst. I'm just keeping it 1,000 with you. He's good for some nice jokes here and there, a little shock jock, whatever the case may be. He's not a good analyst. And he's talking about something, yeah, well, it doesn't matter in the playoffs, you got to get it done. What the fuck is there to get done? What is there to get done? You ever had fucking Seth Joyner cursing on TV, said the F, he's about the F-bomb. Like, I don't blame him, man. I'm pissed off too. I'm pissed off too. They wasted 21 hours of my motherfucking life that I can't get back. That's damn near a whole day. I can't get that shit back. I can't. So I don't understand what the fuck you want him to do. And there was rumors out there that he was unhappy with the offense. And when they asked him about it, he pretty much confirmed that it was true. He danced around the question, did his little philosophical bullshit that he be saying. But he basically confirmed, yeah, that's what it was. So that the offense was fucking horrific. Am I expecting the offense to be the same without fucking A.J. Brown? Of course not. But am I expecting it to be that fucking bad? No. Especially when the run is actually working. So yeah. I think I mentioned everybody on offense already. By the way, shout out to fucking Slim Reaper, Devontae Smith. The best player on Monday night, without question. He hoops. And all that shit y'all talk about him, though he not number 1 receiver, he had 148 fucking yards. 148 yards. Who's not a wide receiver 1 again? Who's not a top 10 wide receiver in this league? That's why he's my favorite wide receiver. He may be small, but he play big. He got a lot of fucking heart. He got more heart than pretty much anybody in that locker room on Monday night. And that's the truth. He got more heart than the coaches. He got more heart than all the players. That's a fact. You ain't going to sit there and tell me otherwise. He got more heart than anybody. He came to fucking play. So this Hurts criticism y'all talking about, all this shit talking y'all doing, the mainstream media, dick riding, and then like, oh, well, Hurts is not good. And should we have a somebody Carson Wentz? Carson Wentz did not have to deal with this fucking garbage-ass play caller with these shitty routes. He didn't have to. Doug Peterson was decent. Doug Peterson was decent at actually knowing the X's and O's. Not fucking Sirianni. Are you fucking serious right now? That's not even a comparison. It's not. Did Hurts have more weapons? Yeah. But the player and the leadership aspect of the whole thing, the type of person, like, it's not even a fucking close. So understand, we should have a little bit raised antennas because we got PTSD from the Carson Wentz situation. I get it. But if you're going to sit up here and fucking tell me that he played like shit on Monday night, you a goddamn fool. And I tell you this, I don't give a fuck. And everybody, even my favorite content creators, Joey Chicks and Philly Side Hunter, I fuck with y'all. But y'all was on some bullshit. So he played bad. What? How? That goes for everybody. And everybody likes mentioning the Eagles. Oh, I need to go viral. Let me say some shit, but some bullshit about the Eagles. That's how everybody operate. Okay? Let's talk about this garbage ass offense. Oh, by the way, Cam Jurgens, Mr. Ineligible Man down the fucking field. Mr. Ineligible Man down the field. That's all he kept doing. And the play wasn't even going that long enough for him to do that. Ineligible Man down the field the whole fucking time. Jurgens played like shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I fuck with Jurgens. I think he's a really good player, but probably arguably the worst game of his career as an Eagle. Just keeping it real with you. But yeah, so Hurts asked to change the offense. He's like, you know what? We need to work on some intermediate throws. We're doing too much verticals, intermediate throws. So you know what I'm saying? That's what we need to work the middle of the field more. You know this motherfucker ignored him? A quarterback that you're paying $500 fucking million to. The one who's supposed to have the keys to the franchise, the key to the city of Philadelphia. You ignore him and say, I do what the fuck I want to do? And boy, let me tell you something right now. If that's not an indictment against Sirianni, I don't know what the fuck is. That's Exhibit A. Sirianni on trial, that's Exhibit motherfucking A. Your quarterback, a franchise quarterback who's working his ass off to put this city on this team on his back is telling you, hey, there's too many verticals, let's start working on some intermediate routes. What the fuck is the point of a coach and quarterback relationship if you don't even listen to your fucking quarterback? Boy, I'm gonna go off on motherfuckers, man. I think this is the beginning. It's not the beginning. I think this is the end. I think I'm getting warmed up, nigga. It's cold outside, but motherfucker, I'm inside. I'm indoors, and I'm getting warmed up. Straight up. Motherfucker gonna get cursed out, bro. Straight up and down like that. Brittany Covey. That would have been a perfect opportunity to involve him more in the offense. Didn't do that. Covey muffed the punt, but you know what, man? Like, he's been playing really good the last couple months. In a whole year, he was trending upwards. I'm gonna cut Brittany Covey some slack. I really will. He muffed it. He got the ball back. He didn't turn it over. I'm gonna cut him some slack. I'm gonna cut him some slack. All right. So Jason Kelce, I thought he retired, but he never did. It was kind of like, kind of like how Schefter said Brady was retiring, but Brady never himself confirmed it. So the way he was crying and shaking everybody's hands, I'm like, oh, he retired for sure. So the report came out that he's retiring. Jason Kelce hasn't actually officially made a decision. Now, because of a decision that was made, which I'll get into later on, very shortly, it's a good chance Jason Kelce is going to stay. Just because of the fact that he's talking about he's talking about the offseason, and a guy that's retired is not talking about the offseason at all, or what's going to come into the next year. He's not even saying none of that. So my guess is he's going to probably play for one more year. And I'm going to go further. Moving on, okay? It's about the defense. Fletcher Cox played great as usual. Cox is probably one of the best defensive players on this team, and probably the most consistent. Milton Williams played really good. Brandon Graham played really good, and I thought this game was going to be ugly. By the way, man, shout out to Baker Mayfield. He was playing with bad ribs and a bad ankle, and he was slinging that motherfucking rock. I mean, he was slinging. The balls were perfect. Pause. Like, the pinpoint accuracy, there was zip on the ball. He was slinging that motherfucking rock. Shout out to Baker Mayfield, man. He came to play. He had a couple of overthrows, and really, I'm gonna be honest with you, this game should have 14 extra points. And Mike Evans were dropping the ball. I'm gonna keep it up. I'm gonna just say up and down. If and Mike Evans would have made more catches, we would have had 14 points added to the total. It wouldn't have been 32. It would have been 56. No, 46. 32 plus 14 is 46. It would have been 46-9. So, shout out to Cox for coming through. Josh Sweat played better. He got a sack. So Cox, Graham, and Milton Williams were critical, and the defensive stops that they made, getting those sacks, and making those plays, and forcing 3 and outs, we had opportunities to actually come back and win the football game. But when you have Sirianni who's, you know, the play call is absolute dog shit, I mean. What you expect? Okay? Fuck. This team's stressing me the fuck out. I'm so glad these motherfuckers out of here. So I don't have to talk about them ever again. Until when the off season really begins. I don't have to talk about these motherfuckers ever again. Ever again. Until the off season is done. Because they're stressing me the fuck out. And I'm glad I got this camera in front of me so I can talk my shit. Because it needs to be said. Moving forward. Those guys are the only guys that came to play. Milt Williams, Brandon Graham, and Cox. Those guys came to play. Morrow actually played better. I'll give him credit on that. Cunningham, one minute he made his good play. Next minute he just does some stupid shit. So Cunningham, too inconsistent for me. Leonard, I don't know what the fuck. I don't think he even played. James motherfucking Bradbury. Hey, your name sound like a motherfucking rabbit. Because all wide receivers do is run away from your ass. And you just hop your ass on like, I've never seen a player play this fucking bad in my life. It's bad enough you're allowing big catches down the field. But you don't even make tackles. I don't give a fuck what cap number he hit. Because when he told Gilly he was going to play better, that motherfucker was capping for sure. I don't give a fuck how much money it takes. This motherfucker cannot put on an Eagles uniform ever again. James Bradbury's fucking garbage. That nigga's trash. I try to give you benefit of the doubt, but nigga, you trash. You're trash. And this is what pisses me off, right? Because it's one thing to be fucking garbage. And it's nothing not even have the face like, damn, I'm ass, or damn, I need to play better, or damn, I'm frustrated about my play. This motherfucker demeanor is like Jalen Reagor. It's like, whatever. There's not slamming at a helmet. There's not crying. I don't see no emotion out this motherfucker. None. And I knew something was up when somebody bumped into him in the 49ers game and he just fucking sat there. What kind of soft-ass shit is that? Fuck the fact you're a defensive player, you're supposed to knock a motherfucking head off. You're a human being. You're a man. Somebody bump into you, knock that motherfucker on his ass. What the fuck? Who sits up there and let somebody bump him? I wish a nigga would try to bump me like that. Unless I ain't tough guy, so I'm just keeping real as a man. Ain't no fucking way in the hell. Fuck you being a football player. Fuck the fact you play defense. There's no way in the hell that a motherfucking grown-ass man bump me and bully me. You got me fucked up. Punches is being thrown. Hell no. I knew some shit was up in there allowed that bullshit. Now granted, his teammates should have came in his defense. Correct. But instead there's a fucking man allow somebody bump your fucking shoulder. You can talk all the shit you want. You bump me, I'm knocking your ass on the ground. What the fuck kind of shit is that? That tell me all I needed to know about James Bradbury. Get him the fuck out of Philadelphia. Get him the fuck out. It's fucking garbage. Morrow gotta go too, but at least Morrow played a little better. Bradbury's gotta go. Slay. Whew. Slay. Motherfucking allow big plays, Slay. Because you don't make big plays, you allow them. You allow them. I get it. I understand. Got off a knee injury. Fine. Okay? Got off a knee injury. Just came back. It's been a while since you played, about a few weeks. You were just as bad as Bradbury, bro. And you was up there laughing. What the fuck is funny about your team getting their ass whooped? What is so funny about that? Yeah, that was pretty good when I allowed that catch. I put my hand down, act like I was about to tip the motherfucking ball, but I let you catch the ball out there. Yeah, remember that shit? Remember when I put my hands ready to act like I was about to tackle you, but I just want to give you a hug. I want to show you some love, bro. Thank you so much, man, for running up the score on my team. You my nigga forever. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Darius Slay, I want you to retire. You been talking about retirement and all that shit. Fucking retire. Do me a favor. Because that's the bullshit I'm going to see. Now, and listen, I hope he gets better because he got injured. I hope he's okay. Okay, as a human being, as a football player, you need to fucking retire because you suck. You're not good. And like you had your moments here and there, but you're not a good player. You're not. You're not. You lied about Matt Patricia. You and him do not like each other. Because I seen him talking to you. I don't know if it was Maddox sitting next to you. I don't remember who was sitting next to you at the moment. You were sitting on the bench. I think Bradbury also got benched for Ringo. I missed it. I heard about it, but I didn't see it actually take place. So, I don't know why I'm saying so like that. But whatever. Get my point. So, Patricia was talking to you. You know how a substitute teacher comes in and tries to scold a child in a classroom that don't give a fuck? Because as far as the kid's mind, it's a substitute teacher. This ain't the real teacher. It's like, yo, it's a free-for-all. This is a fucking delinquent. He do what the fuck he want to do. That was Slade's attitude. Slade was like, man, I don't know you talking to me. He ain't talking to me. I know you ain't talking to me, but I know you ain't talking to Slade. And you definitely ain't talking to me. Like that's what his fucking demeanor. It's like, man, I ain't hearing you. That was his whole demeanor. So that all that shit about Patricia and him getting together, no. And it was even confirmed later on because in the exit interviews, Darius Slade said he didn't even want Matt Patricia to be the defensive coordinator. Period. They wanted to be the defensive coordinator. He did. Okay? They didn't want Patricia to be the defensive coordinator. And I deleted a part of my video where I said that Darius Slade, there was a theory that was out there that Darius Slade got a knee surgery. He did need the knee surgery, don't get me wrong. I'm sure he was hurt for real. But I think he was extra encouraged the fact that Matt Patricia took over as DC. And I think he knew right then and there, yeah, I'm out. I'm done. Because I think he would have even considered playing through it and then getting the surgery in the offseason. Because that would have made sense to me. But for him, he's like, yo, shit. He's going to coach. I don't want to be nowhere around this nigga. And he dodged the bullet because Matt Patricia is fucking garbage. And I'm so glad we're not going after Belichick because this is the same guy who hired Matt Patricia as his fucking offensive coordinator that goes to show you he needs to retire. He's playing an old school, old-fashioned offense that is only working for Tom Brady. And Tom Brady played in that era. This is a new fucking era. This is why Mac Jones did not have any improvement or any quarterback development. I'm not saying he's stupid. I'm not saying he isn't a great coach, but offense isn't his specialty. Is defense. This team has an offensive struggle the most. The defense, all you got to do is get him more aggressive and coach him up. But really, this offense is a major fucking issue. Both schemes are bad, but I feel like the driving force of the team needs to be offense. Okay? So, Belichick, I think, is off the table because, it's official. Well, I'm going to say later on. So, Slade, you play like shit. I hope you're okay as a human. From one human being to another, I hope you're okay. But as a football player, you play like garbage in a Buccaneer game, period. Elliott made some field goals. But, oh, my fucking God. Matt Patricia does not need to be back as a defensive coordinator. And he's not. It's been confirmed that we're going to be looking for 2 new coordinators. He doesn't need to be back. Doesn't. Fuck it. We're about to end this video. I got some shit built on my chest. So, 24 hours has passed since that game. I'm thinking, why the fuck hasn't Sirianni been fired? Doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't. Makes no fucking sense. Zero. Hasn't been fired. And by the way, real quickly, Jalen Carter did more talking than playing. I mean, every time I fucking turn around, it wasn't him making a play or getting a sack or getting a tackle for loss. It was him arguing fucking White, the running back. Can you make a fucking play? Talk when you make a play. You're not making no plays. You're talking. You're supposed to be talking to each other as Eagles, communicating with the defense. Not talking to the other fucking team all day. You get your ass beat. What the fuck is talking to him going to do? They're not going to do shit. So Jalen Carter didn't do shit but talk. Hopefully Jordan Davis ain't going to be another Zion situation. So hopefully he get that shit together because he a good dude. Do I want Trey McDuffie over him? Yes. But I'm convinced that, he's the right guy for the team. He's just going to have to start taking his health seriously and start taking the fact that, I want him to be able to play for us in the long term because he's a very good player. But you got to stay in shape, bro. I understand. Listen, I'm a skinny motherfucker. I love food, too. Trust me. I got a big-ass appetite. But, you know what I'm saying? You gotta understand that, bro. You got a job to do. Your income is dependent on it. We want you on this team. I'm vouching. I don't know about how other Eagles feel, but we should have drafted Kyle Hamilton. It wouldn't have fucking mattered. Kyle Hamilton wouldn't be the player he is today. without Denard Wilson, who should have stayed. He shouldn't have left. But without Denard Wilson, and how great Baltimore's culture is, he wouldn't be that same player. Okay. So Sirianni, I'm thinking about to hear something different from the players, from the coaches, about what transpired in that Monday game. And I hear the same shit. That's on me, you know, we didn't execute right. We'll look at the scheme and everything. You've been saying the same shit for the last 7 weeks. Why the fuck would I believe you now? You've been lying to me for 7 straight weeks. You've been crying wolf for 7. Why the fuck would I believe you now? Why? Fucking dumbass. Why would I believe you? You lied to the Eagles fans for 7 motherfucking straight weeks. That's a month and a month and 3 weeks. Damn near 2 months you've been lying to us. Why the fuck would I believe you now? 3 years you kept the same scheme with no single back formation, no plays under center so he can just go dish it off. No wildcat formation, nothing creative. Why the fuck would I believe you now? All this nigga's good for is making speeches. That's it. He good for morale, I guess. But nigga, if you know what the fuck you doing as a play caller and your side of the ball you're supposed to be the expertise, having the expertise of, you're not even good at it. What the fuck is the point? What's the point? So, lo and behold, 24 hours pass. I'm thinking, oh, this nigga definitely gotta get fired. Because he's not listening to his franchise quarterback. He's lying to fans on a consistent basis. And this nigga turned his team to dog shit. I know, and some people like McNabb and Schefter say like, he literally, he made a Super Bowl last year. It's only his 3rd year. He made the playoffs all these years. Nigga, if we didn't win those fucking games and barely squeaked them out against the Bills and the fucking Dolphins and Chiefs, whatever, we would have never been in the playoffs. We literally, in a matter of 7 weeks, became the worst team in the fucking league. Worst team in the league. Everything that you can fuck up as a head coach, he's done it. Everything. Except for saying to get the same bullshit PR answer, then when he gets asked real questions, then motherfuckers start getting irritated. What does the standard look like? I already said it already. Bitch, answer the question. Stupid motherfucker. Now, for those of y'all that threw popcorn at him, don't do that. Don't throw shit at the man. Because now you just be disrespectful. If he go over there and go slap the shit out you, I'm not getting mad at him because as a man, you can't be throwing shit at people. Okay? Don't do that. But voice frustrations, he doesn't need to be the head coach. So, 24 hours passed. Why the fuck is this nigga not fired? Brandon Staley got fired. As soon as he pulled up that bullshit performance, they fired that nigga. And they wasted no time. And the Chargers season wasn't even over. They fired his ass. Bills fired their offensive coordinator in the middle of the season. These teams, they're taking action. They're not playing around. Belichick, who has way more tenure, should have way more tenure than ever. The nigga should retire a Patriot as far as I'm concerned. They didn't give a fuck. They're like, yo, we don't care that you gave us 7 rings and you had a dynasty with us. You out. They pushed Pete Carroll out. Even though, like, that team is kind of somewhat trending upwards, it's unfortunate that they barely missed the playoffs. They're KCB. But, you know, that team is actually, they're a solid football team. Okay? Like, they're a solid football team that if Geno Smith doesn't turn the ball over, they actually can win something. That's the truth. Hold on a second. So you see all these teams making these moves and shit, okay? And I'm thinking the Eagles got to fire this motherfucker. I mean, this nigga did everything in the book you can do wrong. This nigga has not given us a sliver of why, a little bit on why he should remain the head coach. He hasn't done shit. So, what they end up doing is they say, okay, let us keep you as a head coach, but we'll just get new coordinators. Do you know what that means? Let's go get a Jonathan Gannon 2.0. Let's go get a Shane Steichen 2.0. Because there was nothing wrong with the schemes. That wasn't an issue, even though everybody in mama knew that was the issue. That's not the schemes. It's the wrong people coordinating the offense and defense. That's it. So it's okay that we can play guys 7 yards back. It's okay that we don't blitz and be aggressive. That's okay. It's okay that this offense keep doing vertical shots and don't have anything intermediate, no uncreated. It's okay that this offense don't have fucking single back plays. All of that is okay. All of it. All of it's okay. We just got the wrong. We don't have the right coordinators. And for a minute, I'm like, okay, I'm going to give Howie Roseman and Lurie the benefit of the doubt. We want to support with those guys. Howie Capone working the cap, you know what I'm saying? Just finessing good plays. Anything he want, he get it, right? So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't know why people trash this name. But now I see the control shit. I'm like, yeah, I don't talk about it. Now I see it, right? And even the report came out that fucking Doug Peterson wanted his own coordinators, and Lurie was like, no, I don't want them. And then he fired him because he got the coordinator that he didn't want. As if the owner is actually out there coaching the team, being on the field and see what the fuck's going on. He's in a box, I get it. But he's not active with these players. He's not in every practice. He's not playing on the football field. So how the fuck would you really know, especially if you haven't played football before, how would you really, I don't know if you play football or not. I'm gonna say no. But assuming he didn't play football before, how would you know what's good for the team? Your coach who's out there on the field, working with the players, talking with the players every day, the point of contact, he knows what's good for his team. And you say no? So, this is what I gathered from Sirianni's thing. I don't understand. Fletcher Cox and Jason Kelsey, most likely they would have got a different coach. They would have retired, both of those guys. Lane Johnson and Brandon Graham confirmed that they're staying. Thank God for that. Kelsey and Cox, they're kind of waiting it out, but most likely they're going to stay. Okay? So everybody's like, oh, the meeting's coming. Oh, the meeting's definitely going to get fired. So they said it 2 new coordinators. Are you fucking stupid? The scheme is the issue. Fuck who's coordinated. The whole offense and defense is the fucking issue. There needs to be a complete revamp of the scheme. Not about who the fuck is running the scheme. That's not the fucking issue. What the fuck? Jesus Christ, this motherfucking team. I hate this fucking team. Okay. Alright. So moving forward with that shit. Make sure stuff for me. Alright, bet. So, all of a sudden, my nigga, they up here talking about some, oh yeah, we're calling every head coach to get coordinated. Who the fuck wants to come to a situation where if I have a certain way of scheming things, let's just say I'm a coordinator and I got a certain way of scheming things. You're not letting me do that. You're basically saying, hey, listen, this is the offense we want you to run. You're telling me what to do. That defeats the purpose of me coordinating a fucking offense or defense. And if I'm coming in with my own system, hey, this is what I want to bring to the team. You saying, fuck that. You're hiring me as a puppet to run what you want to run. So I'm thinking the whole time, man, Howie Roseman, you know what I'm saying? It ain't his fault, man. It ain't his fault. That is bullshit. But this shit right here confirmed it. This right here confirmed it. The control aspect, I don't even think they even considered, hey, is there something that we could have done better this year? Maybe not give Charles Gardner-Johnson a bullshit deal. Maybe actually re-sign TJ Edwards because it would have been that expensive to do so. Maybe those are good ideas. I don't know. Maybe not extend fucking Derek Barnett. I don't know. That would have been a good idea. Maybe sign a guy like Ngakoue that would have helped out with the defensive end rotation. Leonard Floyd was out there. I don't know why the fuck we didn't get him, right? Maybe Albert O wasn't actually needed. Or maybe Rashard Penny was. We could have used that roster for somebody else. How the fuck do you think you did nothing? There's nothing you could have did different. Now, fuck this team, man. I swear to God, yo. At the end of the day, get ready for another 17 weeks of bullshit and get ready for this team to not make a playoff. You want to hire coaches not to put their, or you want them to run what you want to run. That's not how the fuck it works. You gotta let these coaches be coaches. You gotta let the court, if you wanna bring something, like, obviously this team needs to change, right? So the purpose of you breaking the bed is to like, hey, listen, let them run shit, right? Let Sirianni just play the background, do what he apparently, I guess, knows how to do, and that's morale. Bringing guys together, the speeches, the rah-rah shit, the cheerleader in a way, right? Just be the figurehead, but don't get your fucking hands off a playbook. Let them let them figure out what they want to do and let them do that. They're not here for that. They're not here for that. You're not getting more blitzing. You're not getting single back plays. You're not getting a wildcat. You're not getting a more creative offense. You're not getting a more creative defense. You're basically getting guys in and say, hey, these are the fucking plays we want you to run. You run them. This is the scheme. You run them. You can't do that. You're not the coordinators here. What the fuck? How is that going to help us? How? So fuck this team, man. Get ready for another 17. And I'm telling you right now, I'm going to end this off real quick. I'm going to end this off right now. End of the season. Thank God this shit is over because I'm tired of this fucking team. Fucking tired of them. Here's the thing. This team got about 7 to 8 weeks of my time. Because if you think for a second, I'm going to spend another whole 17 fucking weeks and abroad if we make the play, which we're not. We're not making the play. I'm telling you, we're not making the fucking play. I don't give a fuck who's. I don't care if we re-sign Swift, which I hope to God we do, but and nothing guaranteed. I'm telling you right now, this team got 7 to 8 weeks of my time, and in 7 to 8 weeks of my time, they do not make a 180 of what they did last year. They're trending towards having to lose this season, not making the playoffs. I'll be watching the highlights from here on out. You got me fucked up. You think I'm going to spend 3 hours of my time every Sunday or Monday watching this team don't do a motherfucking thing. You got me all the way fucked up. I'm not doing that. I'm not going through another motherfucking 7 weeks or 8, 17, 18, whatever the case may be. I'm not going through all that shit to see the same fucking product being put on the field. To see a team that's content with fucking being losers. Losers. And then Jason Kelsey and Cox, they got stock options. They're used to this shit. Like, you know what? He's a good coach. How? 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 Look at your offense. I study film. I watch film, right? Look at your offense and defense. Look at everybody else's. What's the difference? I know y'all Hall of Fame players, one of the greatest ever defensive, Fletcher Cox, one of the greatest defensive tackles ever in the 21st century. Jason Kelsey, the best center of all time. You guys are smart. I know that, right? What's your offensive defense? Go watch other people that's doing. Go watch the 49ers and what's it doing. Ravens, what they're doing. Watch every other offense and defense that's elite. Past, present. What's the difference between them and you? So why the fuck is the person that's hell-bent on keeping the scheme that's holding you back? Why is there somebody you want back in the building? And Fletcher Cox, thank you for calling Jeff McClain a clown because he's a bitch. He's been sitting there making up shit about Hurts for the longest. So I'm happy that you curse his ass out. You called it CC, say you a clown, get out of my face. I'm happy for that, okay? Now, granted, if it was anybody else, I'm like, Cox, you overreacted. This is a legitimate question. Everybody, even the fans, was talking about this. But and for Jeff McClain's case, and also what made it worse was that he was being a bitch. Like, I remember last time they was talking, McClain asked a stupid-ass question. Rather than Cox answering or say some shit out of order, he just sat there and looked at him. He was like, hello, can you hear me? Hi, is it there? Ring-a-ding-dang. Like, shut up, bitch. So I'm happy. Cox, thank you for cursing this bitch-ass nigga out. Okay? And the sad part about it is, man, if they would have got a new coach, yeah, man, they would have retired. You want me to be honest with you? Good fucking riddance. If y'all are content with mediocrity, if y'all don't want to work hard, this team is afraid of change. They don't want to fucking change because it's too much work. It makes that ugly ass face of yours. You got to look that motherfucker in the mirror and say, God damn, you ugly. You don't look good. You got a big ass nose, you got some long ass eyelashes, you got some big ass fat ass lips, you got a long ass tongue like a motherfucking anaconda, you're ugly as hell. Your teeth look like a goddamn picket fence that a car just drove through. You an ugly motherfucker. Your face is like a goddamn Pac-Man board. You gotta look at your ugly ass face and say, you know what, that's an ugly motherfucker. I gotta start taking care of my face, start eating right, start working out so my shit can look a little decent. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little plastic surgery if I got the bread. This team don't want change. Even just down to the fucking players. Sirianni did everything in his power to basically say, I don't belong being a head coach of this team. And the organization's like, well, you know what? No, that's not. All right, y'all. So my camera died on me. So yeah, long story short, this team got 7 to 8 weeks to give me a 180 of what's taking place next year. Because it doesn't matter what players you bring in. I need y'all to understand the magnitude of what's going to take place. The schemes are not going to change. There's not going to be any real blitzing. It's going to be the exact same shit. What Lurie, Howie Roseman, and Nick Sirianni are looking for is a Gannon 2.0 and a Nick Sirianni 2.0.
Dumbass.
And if you don't take it from me, you're going to find out. I'm not sugarcoating this shit. I'm not happy. I'm pissed. And it sucks because even the players are so used to fucking mediocrity that they don't even understand that, you know, there's change that need to be made now. You know what I'm saying? And that pisses me off. Because I'm thinking that out of everybody, you know, guys who are all-time great, Fletcher Cox and Jason Kelsey are all-time greats. Kelsey's the greatest center of all time. Cox is one of the greatest defensive tackles in the 21st century. You would think they have enough sense to say, hey, like, yo, son, our scheme is horrible. We have to get something new. But I just think they're just, they've been in the league too long. They're tired. They don't feel like going through a whole rebuild shit. So, that's what it is. And don't talk about this fucking ball club. I'm glad they're home, so I ain't got to talk about these bitch-ass niggas ever again. Fuck this team. So I'm a home to go. I was going to be, focusing on that, and then I'm just going to do some other shit. So moving forward, what's going to happen with this channel? I'm not talking about this motherfucking team until the offseason. This team can kiss my ass. They're not getting another moment of my time. Fuck this team. Okay? So they're not getting another moment of my time. I don't give a fuck. And not only I don't give a fuck, at the end of the day, I'm not talking about the offseason. I'm just not. They already pissed me off as it is. It's not happening. Okay? The button. Will we continue with more episodes of that in the future? As far as next week is concerned, I may or may not do it. If I take a break, don't be surprised. Like, oh my God, where's Bruce Leroy? I took a break. Okay? I took a break. I needed because I'm just like, I need to just work on better time management. And it's nice. Sometimes it's my fault. Sometimes, most of the time, it's like just shit just happens. That's sometimes when you also work a 9 to 5 as well. So, fuck this team. Fuck the Philadelphia Eagles. I bleed green, I guess. But I'm no longer going to be blinded by the dumb shit no more, man. I see this team for what it really is. This team doesn't want to be a dynasty. This team wants to look good. This team wants to make headlines. This team doesn't want to get down, gritty, and look at themselves in the mirror. And really understand that this shit cannot continue any longer. The fans get it. They obviously don't. I'm out of here, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your work week. I'll see y'all next week or the week after. Peace. I'm out of here. Bye.